Throughout the duration of the home invasion, several things took place. The victim, Aaren Striplin, encountered the rapist that came in. The victim, Aaren Striplin, encountered the terrorist that came in. The victim, Aaren Striplin, encountered the torturer that came in. All of the people that came in for reasons. This is the photographer who came in, the terrorist photographer who took a terrorist video. Now take a look at this. Kim is a kitchen staff in Alameda County Juvenile Hall in Oakland, California, has a talk show like Oprah Winfrey. The victim, Aaren William Striplin, is kidnapped from Carquinez Middle School in Quacky, California, and taken hostage on Donald Trump's slave plantation. Oprah Winfrey shows Rhonda White Secret Laws of Attraction. The Secret Laws of Attraction was authored by Aaren Striplin on Donald Trump's slave plantation, his commercial real estate property timeshare options, his residential real estate property timeshare options, and his agricultural property timeshare options, headed by David O. Livingston, who Donald Trump spoke to. Rhonda and Willie is Tamir C. Jackson's best friend. They live in San Pablo, California. They live in Richmond, California. Willie and Rhonda is Tamir C. Jackson's best friend, and they're sitting in place as Rhonda White is the person who's obtaining $60 million from the Secret series that belonged to Aaren while he was a slave. Tiara Jackson is Tamir C. Jackson's niece and looks like DC Mayor Muriel Bowser. Derica Jackson also rode in with Michael Jackson and is related to Tamir C. Jackson. Michael Jackson is who DC Mayor Muriel Bowser rode to DC with. Nene is a lookalike of Oprah Winfrey. So that Aaren Striplin doesn't say anything about the $60 million book portfolio of the Secret Laws of the Universe and slave trade in Australia. Sabola Mackey looks like Barack Obama. In fact, is Barack Obama operating on Donald Trump's slave plantation in California in the East Bay. Sabola Mackey has a girlfriend named Kim that lives in Potrero Hill in San Francisco, California. Kamala D. Harris went to school in San Francisco, California, Hastings School of Law. Ana Luz Rodriguez Vasquez has a boyfriend named Mussolini that lives in Potrero Hill in San Francisco, California. Puff Daddy name is Sean Combs, but has a clothing line called Sean John, as in John Edgar Hoover, the FBI building. He is head of the record label called Bad Boy that Biggie Smalls' notorious B.I.G. Frank White, King of New York, was killed on. Puff Daddy changed his name to P. Diddy, then to Diddy, then to Love. P. Diddy put out music with Lil' Kim, who did music with Biggie Smalls. Lil' Kim is Kim Jones. The person that was killed, her name is Chantel Renee Pervo Lonnie Stokes Jean Pierre, whom had a son named Armani Jones, in order to live in the Bay of Vista housing under the threat of Trump, Obama, Biden, Bowser, Jackson. Barack Obama pulled Chantel Renee Pervo Lonnie Stokes' eyes out. Puff Daddy went in on a home invasion. Their whole scam was to make it appear as though they were doing a investigation. And so while the presidents were doing the actual home invasion, they were making it appear as though they were doing an investigation as to the people inside of the home killing their own family member, Lawrence Striplin. Nobody killed Lawrence Striplin. Alright, so what all does this mean? There's also a guy by the name of Junior Jung, and he's related to Bob Marley and spends a lot of time in Germany from Jamaica, which is how Donald Trump is tied in to the whole access of the 30-year fixed income terrorist video. All right. So what happens is the torturer tortures Aaren Striplin for a deed letter, demand letter that they use to kill everybody else in the house. All right. They set off a ticking time bomb and tried to cover up their prints in the house. All right. They got into getaway vehicles, but before that, okay. So the ticking time bomb went off. Kamala Harris set off the ticking time bomb, which allowed them to pull Chantel Stokes' eye out and to shoot the other eye out. Pull the eye out and shot another eye out. All for sitting mail to Joe Biden at the White House. Joe Biden stole the tabernacle of God, 7 churches of Asia and heaven from Aaren William Striplin with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. So he said sue himself at the U.S. Supreme Court with John G. Roberts Jr., right? So he gets sued, or he's going to kill Aaren Striplin. So he gets sued. He demands that the Kamala Harris and the David O. Livingston ransom be given. The ransom was given. The very next day, Joe Biden decides to kill Chantel Stokes. He walks to Chantel Stokes' room with Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and Donald Trump, and they pull one of her eyes out while she's alive. And then they shot her in the other eye because I had mailed every receipt to the Tabernacle Church, the Tabernacle of God Church, the 7 churches of Asia Church and Heaven Church. Also my casinos, the casinos that's covering up the way to heaven and heaven with treasures. So that's what they killed her for. And then so now they're in Trump's ordering an airstrike. He's ordering an airstrike, and they're saying that I have to order nuclear bombs from North Korea, like Kim Jong-un should blow up the United States of America, or they're gonna kill me and pull my eyes out, like they killed Chantel Stokes, Renee Pervo, and pulled her eyes out. So I don't mind anything that they're talking about. How is this dude, the president, talking about order nuclear bombs from North Korea to the United States of America? So I didn't even think nothing of it. I ended up going to Washington, D.C., and then that's when they came with P. Diddy at the Blair House shelter that's not a shelter, and a couple of spotties of Kim Jones, Lil Kim, on the bus. P. Diddy put out a song called "She Don't Want My Love" on YouTube, and as if he was looking for Armani Jones, has a dancer that looks like Armani Jones inside of the video. He also owns a club called Club Love, the club that I created while the presidents were killing Chantel Stokes and pulling her eyes out. So now the president buries Armani Jones alive inside of a casket. Like CSI Las Vegas, the police gets buried alive in the casket. They bury Armani Jones alive in the casket. They also brought out CSI Miami, Adam Rodriguez. Rodriguez was one of the names, Andres Rodriguez, that was used to do the original kidnapping for David O. Livingston, which led to juvenile life. So they're saying that they're going to pull my eyes out. They're saying that they're going to kill me. They're saying that they're going to bury me alive, unless I get on the YouTube and order nuclear bombs from North Korea. So I want you to go to youtube.com. I want you to go to North Korea military. I want you to go to youtube.com. I want you to go to China military. I want you to go to youtube.com. I want you to go to Japan military. I want you to go to youtube.com. I want you to go to the Vietnam military. I want you to go to youtube.com, and I want you to go to Wars and Rumors of Wars, and I want you to take a look at that. Next, the DC shelter is not even the Blair House shelter at 635 I Street, Northeast Washington, DC is not even 20002 is not even a shelter. They set up the shelter because Joe Biden set up 2 fake warrants. 19 precinct police, October 29th, 2021, in New York, and the San Diego County Jail Sheriff and San Diego Policeman Headquarters in May 2022. They set up 2 fake warrants, and then they tried to set up this fake DC shelter and use that DC shelter to kidnap Aaren Striplin out of the shelter and kill him at the DC Health and at Brain Health. You can take a look at it. That's our shelter. The shelters in Washington DC has been Central Union Mission, 801 Adams Place, and CCNV. Those are the shelters for men. So they created the shelter to kill Aaren, talking about they gonna shoot him through the wall with their U.S. Army. The next thing they did was Aaliyah Dana Hunting decided that she was gonna do the home invasion with Barack Obama. So she sets up this whole little sex underage little skit in her music and makes it seem like she's getting killed in over there in Jamaica or the Virgin Islands or something in a plane crash in 2001, the year, right? Now R. Kelly, he gets accused of raping. He goes in on it with Barack Obama and Malia Obama and Sasha Obama and Michelle Obama. He gets charged of raping people and gets life and 30 years I think it was August 2022. So he's sending you to a person who's been dead for over 23 years. He's sending you to a person that's doing life. Robert Kelly's doing life in prison, and then he's trying to blame it on a Mexican that doesn't speak no English at all, named Carlos Slim in Mexico. So now Barack Obama hires the United States Army. And the United States Army is deployed to Washington, D.C. And they're only deploying Mexicans. So all of the Mexicans go get jobs in Washington, D.C. as if it's urban warfare. So they get jobs at the Five Guys in Northwest Washington, D.C. They get jobs at the Capitol Laundry in Northeast Washington, D.C. At Metro PCS in Northeast Washington, D.C. They get at Dunkin' Donuts in Northeast Washington, D.C. Jimmy John's in Northeast Washington, D.C. Cadoba Mexican Eats in Northeast Washington, D.C. and so up the whole area. They up here with Sergeant Balboa at the Blair House Shelter as Sam Cooper on criminal minds behavior, on criminal mind suspect behavior. And now they pull up talking about they're gonna kill Aaren Striplin, calling him Aiden and saying that he raped Aaliyah Cooper and gave her AIDS after they tried to give Aaren Striplin, after Obama tried to give Aaren Striplin AIDS in Jackson Memorial Hospital as Obamacare. And so they want you to go to a woman that's been dead for over 20 years, a guy that's doing life, or some guy in Mexico that has nothing to do with nothing. But it's the U.S. Army trying to kill so Malia can have a slave. They killed one of Aaren Striplin's in custody, pulled out his eye and made him hang himself, and the other one, Jay Stalin, a rapper in East Bay, shot him in his head dead. So that's what's going on right now. Look at the terrorist video. That's their photographer. It was actually Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala D. Harris, Joe Biden, Donald John Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Tiffany Ariana Trump on it with P. Diddy and Lil Kim. They're the photographers. And Aaliyah Cooper, Dana Cooper is Dana, and Aaliyah Dana Hunting. And they're watching a piracy movie to cover it up. That's your photographer. And Sabola Maki.